first time viewer, welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for your likes, your comments, and your subscribes. Personal readings are available. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. Please keep in mind that this is a general message, not a personal one, so do not take it personally. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. So let's get into the message. What message do you have for the collective at this time? Help me to articulate a clear and concise message in order for it to be received in the way that you want it to best be received. Help me to see what it is that I need to see to get the message across as clear as possible. And help me to deliver any messages that you deem worthy in order to serve your highest good, for the highest good of humanity with harm to none. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? Oops. Okay, hold on. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? Okay. So you have you are unique, self-creation, and fine wine with surrender with joy at the bottom of the deck. So this definitely feels like the energy where you are definitely in the energy of self-discovery, right? You are kind of seeing things or seeing yourself from a different perspective than what you are used to seeing yourself in, right? You're seeing yourself in a different light. You are acknowledging the differences and the uniqueness that exists within you outside of the people who may exist around you, right? And so there's definitely the energy of you coming into alignment within yourself, you stepping into the becoming of who you are, right? You're acknowledging the differences, you're acknowledging the growth that you're experiencing, and you're acknowledging the fact that you are in this position of transformation or change within yourself, right? So you might be trying to create new mental processes or thought habits, right? You're trying to create new mindsets. You're trying to create new habits within your physical body. You're trying to create new habits within your emotional body, right? You're trying to create new circles of friendships. You're trying to create new ways of doing things, right? New ways to create new cycles within your life to align yourself with who it is that you are becoming, right? So there's a definitely the energy here of you taking on the energy of self-discovery, you learning, relearning yourself within this new season, right? You getting to know yourself on a deeper level within this transformation, and definitely acknowledging the fact that you're going through some type of change, right? But this is also the energy here of you learning to appreciate yourself a little better, right? You learning to appreciate the things that you have overcome. You learning to appreciate maybe the lessons that you have had to learn, maybe some experiences that you had to go through that maybe left a scar on you, maybe spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. But this is definitely the energy here of you just being more aware of self, right? And how who you are, how you think, like how you give love, how you give attention, how you give effort, has affected the people around you and has helped to mold you into the situation that you're currently in. And if this is a situation that you are uncomfortable in, there definitely is the energy here of transition. You trying to figure out how to create a better pathway for yourself. You trying to figure out how to create a better scenario for yourself so that you are in a more peaceful energy. Um, Definitely trying to be more comfortable in your own skin. So let's pull some tarot to clarify and go a little bit deeper. Clarify you are unique. Clarify you are unique. The lovers, right? Choices, the alignment, who it is that you are as a person, right? You becoming more open and more vulnerable with yourself, right? One more card. The fact that that came out as the first tarot card, right? The first tarot card usually is the energy surrounding the whole situation. So there definitely is the energy here of you again becoming more accepting of yourself, becoming more accepting and more open and more vulnerable regarding your truth about how you feel about the situation that you are currently in, how you feel regarding where you are currently in your life, right? So there definitely is the energy here of you becoming more enlightened about the truth of your situation, you not being afraid to be honest with yourself and saying, maybe I need to create more peace. Maybe I'm not happy in this situation. Maybe I need to create or indulge in a few more hobbies that um, bring me a little bit more happiness and a sense of fulfillment. Give me one more card. The Six of Pentacles, right? That balance of equal give and take with the Strength card, right? Definitely pouring into yourself, learning to love yourself on a different scale, right? Not to say that you don't love yourself currently, but definitely learning to be more honest about the things that completely bring you a sense of fulfillment. Being honest about how you may have um, made yourself smaller in situations to kind of fit the areas in which you were at that current time, right? But this energy here is definitely you embracing your confidence, you embracing the fact that you aren't happy, and you being honest with with yourself, saying that I need to make some changes in order to be more of who it is that I truly see myself to be, right? Be yourself, everyone else is taken. So definitely acknowledging the uniqueness about yourself, acknowledging the differences about yourself, accepting the experiences that you have had to go through, accepting the lessons that you have had to learn that have helped you to get to where you are in this current moment in time. But there's definitely the energy here of you building your confidence, right? You surrendering to who it is that you are uniquely and abundantly, right? You surrendering to that energy of self-acceptance, not being so critical of yourself, not being so critical of um, again, the things that you have had to overcome and the experiences that you have had to go through, not being so critical of your physical looks, right? Not being so critical of where you have come from in the past, right? But again, yeah, this energy here is definitely the energy of self love. It's like you are paying more attention to yourself in the areas that may need more nourishment, may need more care within yourself, right? So, in what ways are you giving too much of yourself away? In what ways are you pouring too much effort and not getting anything in return, right? What connections are you investing in that aren't necessarily for your benefit, right? What friendships are you holding on to that um, aren't truly supportive of who you are and what you're becoming, right? What job are you working at that is not necessarily something that you truly find an interest in, right? And again, not everybody is going to have a career that fulfills their every desires, but making sure that you still have that sense of peace and a sound mind when you walk into those doors in the morning, right? You're not dreading having to go to that 9 to 5 every day, right? So even if it's not something that truly fulfills your desires, it's still something that doesn't drain you more than it's pouring into you, right? So definitely being more confident within yourself, within the stability that you're creating within yourself, within the courage that you are having to go through by admitting these truths or these hidden perspectives that you may have. This is definitely the energy of you coming into who you are, you learning to be more vulnerable with yourself, you learning to be more honest with yourself about how you see the world and how you see yourself in this world, how you show up in the world, you taking accountability for where you are at this current point in time. Clarify self creation. Clarify self creation. Be the author of your own life. So definitely creating your own path, creating your own opportunities. Courage came right back out. So again, that self-confidence, accepting who it is that you truly are, right? Yes, the 10 of swords, right? Not learning to not be the villain in your own story, or putting yourself in the victim position in your own story, because you are the creator of your own life, right? The situation that you are in is a current result of the choices that you have made. The 2 of swords, right? Making difficult decisions, seeing things from a different perspective, and acknowledging the truths of how where you are in life currently is a reflection of the choices that you have made in the past, right? So definitely um, recognizing that you are the creator of your own life and that you have the ability to shift your mindset, your perspective, your stability, your sense of security within self, within your home, within the world around you, just by the choices that you're choosing to make, just by the habits that you're creating and indulging in on a daily basis, right? So by choosing to be committed to yourself in this way, right? Choosing to acknowledge the I'm not necessarily getting a sense of betrayal from this 10 of swords, but it definitely speaks to some a new beginning within your mindset, right? A new beginning with how you are being honest and open with yourself about the perspective that you have regarding your own image, regarding your own mindset, regarding your own heart, regarding the current situation that you're existing in within your reality, right? So definitely taking accountability for where you are, taking accountability for where you are trying to go, and owning the fact that your journey is yours to create, right? The path that you choose to take can only be forged by you putting one foot in front of the other and continuously taking those steps until you reach the destination that you're trying to achieve. So definitely the energy of you taking the wheel of your own life and not expecting life circumstances to create opportunities for you to take these steps, but you creating these opportunities for yourself by changing your mindset, by putting yourself in these in this sense of vulnerability and being honest with yourself about how it is you truly feel, what it means to truly feel safe and secure, not only within your environment but within yourself, not only within your heart space, within your mind and your spirit as well, right? Not only within your job but within your friend circles, right? So definitely being mindful about the choices that you make and choosing to commit yourself to being the best version of yourself, choosing to commit yourself to being a more truthful and more authentic version of who it is that you are, not being ashamed for the way you think, not being ashamed for the habits that you exist in, but committing yourself and being disciplined enough to say, if this is a situation that I'm not comfortable in, I have to commit myself to creating a situation that I do feel comfortable with, and not just saying that, but taking steps actively on a daily basis, right? It is you who is the creator of your own reality. Things are not going to change just because you make a plan and just because you have a vision and make a plan, right? You have to actively work towards that plan consistently until it comes into fruition, right? So just because you have this vision and just because you write down this plan and just because you consistently replay it in your mind, that doesn't mean that it is going to manifest into your reality if you are not actively taking steps to make this change on a consistent basis, right? You have to remain committed to yourself before you can commit yourself to anything else, right? So clarify fine wine. Two of Wands, definitely exploring a different part of yourself. One more card. The Queen of Cups. Loving and nurturing on yourself with the Five of Swords, right? Not putting yourself in this energy of self-sabotage. Not putting yourself in this energy of overthinking the process of, oh my God, I have so far to go, or I thought that this part of my life was over, or I thought that I was done having to learn this lesson, right? Because life is a series of cycles, right? And just because you learn a lesson one time, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have to experience it again. You're just going to have to learn that lesson in a more in-depth manner, right? So just because you learned the lesson of trusting somebody, right, or having to build trust in yourself, that doesn't mean that you're never going to experience distrust again or dishonesty again. It just means that that lesson is going to present itself in a way that fits where you are within your current reality, right? So cycles repeat. But when they repeat, it's almost like a spiral, right? It comes back and you learn you learn the same lesson on a different level, right? So definitely being mindful of not putting yourself in this energy of self-sabotage because you're so afraid to experience something that you have before. Just making sure to apply the knowledge that you have already learned to the current situation in which you are now learning. I hope that makes sense. Not overthinking, not putting yourself in this mindset of fear or stagnancy out of hesitation of being too open and being too vulnerable, right? Because if you are aware of yourself, if you are aware of the boundaries and what it is that you are willing to accept within your life, then you don't have to worry about being hurt on that same level. I'm really hoping that's making sense, right? Not to say that you won't experience pain, but it will be more bearable because you will know how to remove yourself before it gets to a point of no return, right? So again, not being afraid to experience new areas, not being in life, not being afraid to experience new perspectives in life, not being afraid to experience new relationships or new mindsets or new habits, right? New disciplines, but continuing to pour into yourself, continuing to nurture yourself, continuing to love on yourself the way that you desire to be loved, right? Because no one is going to offer you something that you are not already obtaining within yourself, right? Nobody can give you something that you don't already believe is achievable because you already obtain it, right? So definitely making sure that what it is that you are seeking is what it is that you are already working towards achieving. right? If you're looking to receive some sort of, how can I put this into words? Some type of confirmation, right? You have to be the one to affirm yourself, to say, I am worthy. I am the one who, I do deserve to live this lifestyle, or I do deserve to have these accolades, or I do deserve to reach these certain levels, right? Nobody can give you the confidence if you don't already obtain it within yourself. So, again, making sure to not put yourself in a situation where you are having an unrealistic expectation of achieving something if it is not already something that you obtain within yourself, right? Because nobody can give you confidence from the outside. Nobody can give you courage from the outside. They can give you a few words of motivation. They can maybe give you a few words of inspiration. But if that life source does not already exist within you, then it is not going to transfer into the areas in life in which you are looking to receive it from. So let's pull some tarot to close this message out. We're going to pull one card for the main lesson and as what we can learn regarding this message. One card for what we can create regarding the source of this message. One card for what we can meditate on as the focus of this message. And one card for new habits and cycles that we can innovate regarding this message. So one card for what we can learn. One card for what we can learn. Also making sure that you're not giving out more than what you're pouring into yourself, right? Making sure that you're not giving someone else more affirmation than you're giving yourself. Making sure that you're not committing yourself to someone else or a certain aspect of your life more than you're committing to the health and wealth of yourself. Making sure that you're not trying to, again, making sure that you are stable and secure within yourself before you try to create that same sense of stability and security within someone else or another area of your life, right? The tree is not going to bear fruit if it is not first firmly rooted within the ground. Clarify one card for what we can learn. Doubt within change, right? That self-love, learning to have courage and confidence within yourself, within the things that you wish to achieve. I release the need to know all of the answers, and I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without change or movement. So not being afraid to, again, that Two of Wands energy, not being afraid to step into that period of transition, not being afraid to explore different parts of yourself, not being afraid to go through change within who you are, within your mindset, within how you give love, within how you accept love, within how you manage your finances, within how you show up in the workplace, right? Within how you show up in your friendships, within how you show up in your romantic relationships, right? This is a general message, so apply it how it resonates. But there's definitely the energy here of learning how to have that self-confidence within yourself, learning to be that sense of affirmation within yourself that gives yourself the courage and the confidence to continue to forge the path that you are desiring to achieve. One card for what we can create. Relationships and grief, right? Learning to create a healthy relationship with change, learning to create a healthy relationship with transformation, learning to create a healthy transformation, a relationship within growth and expansion within your life, right? That means learning to see things from a different perspective than what you were shown, learning to see things from a different. It says, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, right? So not holding on to the things that are trying to remove themselves from our life, right? Not being afraid to move on from things that are no longer aligning with who it is that we are and who it is that we're desiring to be, right? So change is a good thing. Again, change is just an evident motion or an evident piece that you are alive within this reality, right? If you are not growing and you are not changing within this reality, then you are not truly living life the way that it is meant to be lived. Every life source within this reality, whether it be plants, animals, whatever, goes through change consistently throughout a life cycle, right? So just because you reach a certain point within your life, that does not mean that you are done growing. That does not mean that you are done learning, right? So definitely creating a healthy relationship with change, creating a healthy relationship of giving and receiving, creating a healthy relationship within coming and going, and creating a healthy relationship with learning to let go of things that are no longer aligned to who it is that you are desiring to be, who it is that you are. Just again, learning not to be afraid to align yourself with things that are meant to serve your highest good. If it is no longer working for your benefit, if it is no longer contributing to the growth and expansion of your life, then it is no longer aligned with who you are, and therefore it is okay to let the dead leaves fall off of the tree. One card for what we can meditate on as the focus of this message. Discipline and guilt at the bottom of the deck. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, and I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So definitely meditating on what it is that you need to commit yourself to, meditating on what it is or what areas you need to be more disciplined in, right? Do you need to be more disciplined within your thought process, how you speak to yourself? Do you need to be more disciplined with how you nourish your body? What do you consume mentally, emotionally, spiritually? What type of conversations are you interacting in, right? What are you feeding your life source, right? So that's definitely being more disciplined in those areas of how you nourish not only your physical body but your spiritual body as well, your mental space, how you nourish your heart space, how you, again, doing something for each. Make sure you do something for each chakra point each day, right? So definitely, again, meditating on how to be more disciplined within creating a healthy life cycle within your reality. One more card for what we can innovate. Success. With empathy at the bottom of the deck, I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So learning to have grace with yourself, right? Learning to have forgiveness within yourself, and learning that success is not a destination, but it is a continuous cycle of how you choose to give and to pour into yourself, right? How you choose to love on yourself, how you choose to pay attention to yourself, right? Success is not one specific point, but it is a matter of transformation within a cycle, right? So definitely success is just a measure of point A from point B, right? Success is a measure of growth and expansion that you experience. It is not a peak of perception, if that makes sense. Right? So again, learning to have empathy with yourself, learning to forgive yourself for the challenges that you've had to overcome, for the lessons that you've had to learn, and having empathy for yourself for, again, the lessons that you will have to experience going forward, because just because you learn a lesson once doesn't mean that it is not going to appear in your life in a different manner later on down the line. Well, that is the message that I have for you guys. I hope that it resonated. If you found this message, I know that you will find something in it that is worthy of you and valuable to you. Bye.